Welcome back. Let us continue, shall we? A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivable grant us access to the Airy, and I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence, and steal all the glory for myself. You mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by a link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renet's Forum, Akira. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. Alright, before we do that, we can do one last quest. I think this is okay. It could be the one that we seek. Possibly. The last air current. Or it's probably something else. It's probably like the mug. Never mind. Yes, I do. Hide and seek seemed like a fun game at first, but I had no idea everyone would be so good at it. Well, now I just want to go home. Could you find the other three moguls and tell them it's time to leave, Kupo? So it's all okay. This is all the area. I can't believe you found me. I'll find an even better hiding spot next time, Kupo. Shite. There we go. I fell asleep in my hiding spot place. I think I'll return to my comfy bed. Man, they really are dedicated in hide and seek, I guess. Oh, seriously? This guy is so stupid he couldn't even find this guy on the top? Jesus Christ. Holy crap, he really sucks at playing hide and seek. You actually found me. Aw, well, I suppose it's time to go home, Kupo. Alright, give me my fucking ether current. And that was the last one, yes. Unbelievable! You've already found all the Mogos family. We can go home. I've never seen such skillful seeking in my life, Kupo. Sorry to make you find everyone. We usually don't hide like this. Hide this well. You'll be the first one we invite to our next game. Let's see. Just doesn't matter. Alright. damn dead room. Alright. When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians of their ailing airship, correct? In the case he might be at Camp Cloudtop, failing that we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Sky Steel factory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is, who? Sir Elmeric would seem the obvious choice, but there is no guarantee he will be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it. Count Edmont's youngest son prides himself of knowing all the Holy Sea's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Emmeline is about. Oh God, not this asshole again, yo. No, I don't want to deal with this asshole. Come on. Oh, well, whatever. Yes, thank you. Ah, the hero returns. Oh, how goes the fight, old girl? Well, I trust, in the search of Sid Garland. You say there, then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and named of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. 'Twould seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing. Yes, I thought as much. Come, Akira, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Okay, let's not dilly-dally and ignore that asshole. Alright. Why, hello there, Sid. Akira Afino, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I am sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. Another wind barrier, and you say it was conjured by Nidhogg. The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly wings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Esteem stands Virgil, vigil at the edge of the churning mist, but we do not know how much longer. All right, all right. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Big Switch, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory's not far. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Bum. Ba-da-ba-bum. Boom, 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 boom. Boo, 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 doo. Our little project's just inside. Oh, you're going to knight this one.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio's bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, and lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off, if you'll forgive the pun.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the mana cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Ah, shit! Ah, no, 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 fuck. There we go. General Raban says they may have encountered the Sultan's whereabouts. And he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Akira, pressing through Ishgard's plight, maybe our presence here will not serve to hasten the Man-Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thalalan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends at the Congregation sent a message to Esteen. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem, but it will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Alphonal. To the Waking Sands, warrior of light, 'tis past time Ulda was delivered from this darkness. Alright, before we do that, we shall do the Dragoon job quest quickly. And down. Let's teleport to Camp Dragonhead. Thank the Fury you're here, but moments ago we received a word that Growly's horde is advancing on Ishgard. Even as we speak, Heavensward prepares to go and meet them in the field. Alas, for most of the Dragoons absent on another mission, I fear she solely wants 4 lances. I would have you lend her yours, Akira. Pray make haste to the congregation and join her. Alright. Bam, bam, bam. Bow. Boom. Ba ba ba. Boom. Bam bam bam. Bam. Bam bam bam. Akira, you've come to aid us. This improves our chances tenfold. Allow me to thank you as well, Mr. Akira. I am but a worried father, and it gives me heart to know that the Azure Dragoon shall fight beside my daughter. Though my training is far from over, the situation will brook no delay. We must head off Growly and his horde before they reach a populated area. It shall be my honor to fight shoulder to shoulder with you. The experience, along with teaching me much of that, I have little doubt. Promise me you will be careful. Hosting, take no unnecessary risks. Do you understand me? Remember, the dead cannot serve their nation, and what Ishgard needs above all are brave souls like you to protect her. Worry not, father. I swear I will return to you. See that you do, my child. Now, before you go, there is something I wish you to have. The Lance Peregrine, it is yours now. Well, why, this is the lance. This lance was bestowed upon your forebear by the Archbishop himself. I am no true child of yours, yet you would entrust me with the family treasure. I will not betray your faith in me, father. With this lance, I shall strike down Growly and protect Ishgard. Heltine, it is time. It has been a while, my friend. I had honored of overseeing your training when you were but a fledgling dragoon, and I shall be honored to fight besides you. Comrades, at last report, Growly and his horde had gained the western highlands. We shall lie in wait for them at the pike with me. Mistress Akira, may I have a moment? Each time I see my daughter give me 1 second. Okay. On a mission, we dance the self-same dance. I tell her to be careful, and she promised me to do so. But I know her all too well. Helstine burns to distinguish herself in battle, that she might repay me and my wife a perceived debt. I fear that one day that desire will cloud her judgment, and she will not come home. And so I beg you, pray watch over my daughter. Alright, let's go to the pikes. Alright. Alright. Akira, already we've suffered heavy losses, and that was the first wave. They come, brace yourself. Fudge. Ba 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 ba. back. I'll be back. Don't worry. Bup, 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 bup. Bup, bup, bup. There we go. That was the last of them, yet Growly is nowhere to be seen. Where were the reports mistaken? Such a price we have paid, only for our quarry to elude us. So you finally show yourself. What is she? Pulstein? No! By the Fury, this is a disaster. I know not how to say this, but Hustine, strong as she is, she cannot have survived that. Here, I discovered this in the aftermath. 'Tis a fragment of her armor. It must have been broken off during the battle. Pray see it to her father's hands. Knowing him, he will be in the congregation awaiting his daughter's return. Oops, I didn't want that. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. There we go. Oops. What the fuck? Oh, leaves in Ishgar, that's what it is. Mistress Blackroot, Akira, what has happened? Where is my daughter? This scrap, a piece of her armor, but why bring it to me? No, no. I refuse to believe that Hustine is gone. it is too early to know for certain. Tell me everything that happened, everything. So she leaped upon the dragon, piercing its hide, after which the creature carried her westward. If none saw her fall, it means she may have managed to safely dismount. There is hope still. If Justine is out there, I shall not rest until I find her. Akira, I trust I can rely upon your aid. Let us speak further at the observatorium. This might be a long episode. Oh well. Without further ado, let us consider a course of action. As monetary gains dares to hope, if Justine was not shaken off Growl's back, there is a chance that she yet lives. She will have ridden the dragon until such times as she saw an opportunity to dismount. The question is where? The worst possible outcome is that she has been taken deep into dragon-ruled lands, far away from her allies. While I pray that this is not so, we must be prepared for anything. Justine is one of our very best, and Ishgard can ill afford to lose her for the nation's sake and that of her father. Let us find her and bring her home. I will take Growly's movement in order to ascertain Justine's location. Let us not the search will take us into the heart of the enemy territory. Pray keep your lands arm honed, for we shall soon have need of it. Da, 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 da. Alright, we got the blood of the dragon. That is a buff. So I'm going to select that. This will be fit. Ooh, so not now. Okay, cool. Okay, we need to move that gauge a little bit here, possibly. There we go. Let us return to main scenario quest. And return to Vesper Bay.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady-in-waiting, Muriel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours? Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friend, for Nanamo, and for Ul'dah!
Oh god, I'm just picturing him using us as a sword, like a Gundam or like a robot combining. Our target is Muriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told that the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Muriel's is still in hiding there. Alright, let's step forward. Do. Son of a bitch. It's not there. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Give me one moment. I'm going to... Oops, I don't want that. Let's see. HUD. That sucks. I'm just going to place it right here. There we go. Usually I have it like right here. Do I know of any returning witnesses? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters will be not pleased to hear of this. And what brings you to our lonely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just about double our population. Look for Meryl, you say. If you're hoping to lure her back to Ulda, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with the city life. Meryl, she's here, left the city for good, she says. Barely leaves her house, though. It's the one closest to the market entrance, alright. Possibly here. Here.
You are Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me. General Alden!
We will have the truth from you, girl.
Mayhap 'twould be better coming from me.
Lonorito, you'd best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government.
Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
You conniving little worm! You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution. Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed. Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive, and preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teleji Adeleji without trial? Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law. If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find Her Grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
Okay, let's talk to Alpha now, shall we? By the 12th, I feared that Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he, or all of all people, would gift us the means to rouse the Sultana. Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I should imagine Barthomero has been instructed to admit us. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait. Nope. Let's warp back to Ul'dah. Alright, this side. This is the much more quicker side. Technically it's the same, possibly. Oh well. Flame General Raban mentioned you might be coming. Please, this way, if you will.
I was having the longest dream.
'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands. Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she's none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias, yes, well. 'Twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and ladies, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
"'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed. Uldar has taken control of its future, and I must do the same. I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified Grand Company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more. The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil, but the fact remains there is no woman alive in whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pail of my despair. Still no word from Master Garland. I hope the mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. I am assured that Her Grace will make a full recovery. I and Uda too shall flourish once more. Great General Raban and his colleagues will have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Yugiri, a question if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Ah, yes, of course. You will be pleased to know that the 3rd Unit Braves abandoned Revenant's Toll when they learned that the captain learned of Captain Elbert's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen there now are those worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alphino. To me, I see. I am grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oaths. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stones and thank the stalwarts for their service. It shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me, Akira? You were there at the company's inception. 'Tis only fitting that you be present at its end. And I would appreciate the support. Alright, let's return to Revenant's Toll. Boom, 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 boom. Commander, you're alive. And Akira, too. I knew ye'd scrap through. My splendid Crystal Braves, I have wronged you all of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you naught but blood and betrayal. Bah, you'll not hear us complain. 'Twas a sight messier than expected. Aye, but we was still fighting for the freedom of all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Aye. You humble me. I am truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades. It is with the most profound regret that I must. That's enough, oh, that, Commander. We know what you're a mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. We've talked it over, see, and we've all agreed ye can take our uniforms and strip us of our ranks, but we won't be no less of a company. But the Crystal Braves, The crystal brace may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. They bind us to each other and to you. Commander Alphino, our minds are made up, so ye may as well get used to it. Let us help the science. Let us help you find Minfilia and the others. My friends, after that has happened, I know not what to say. Pray excuse me, I had thought my tear spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the constancy of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rule. Nay, do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, Akira. But as Thalek is my witness, I shall do everything in my power to earn it. I must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing sons will need to be shared with other allies across the realm. Significantly, Oranje in the Waking Sands and Tataru in Ishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland at the factory. I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I am able. Alright, let's go to the factory. Oh shit. I don't want to talk to you. Hello, Sid. Akira, how in the seventh house do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have but this moment completed the Mana Cutter's first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments and she'll be ready to go. While we see it to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Fort Thames Manor. A dragoon by the name of Estin was looking for you. Yes. You have fulfilled your obligations to the Udans. Then Mistress Tataru has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned that these mana cutters of Master Garland's were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mists. For the present, Nidhugs seems content to remain in Airy, plying his his revenge. Might not this be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Almeric? I think we have kept him in the dark long enough. Frugen Knight. Alright. Do 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 do. Yes.
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
Ah, the moment has come then.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the mana cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphinaud's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Lord Commander, no!
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphinaud? By the Fury! You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
Well, my friend, 'twould seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
have pricked Master Alphino's pride, I fear, but I had been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on accompanying us to the Eyrie. Do not think me blind to his talents. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphino will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on a adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice. Yeah, fuck that kid. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garland and take possession of the Mana Cutters. Akira, old friend, the cutters are ready when you are. The finer adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through the wind barrier like a cement drill through cottage cheese. And that, my friends, is a Garland Ironworks guarantee. We have our thanks. Come, Warrior of Light, the Dread Worm awaits. The Eyrie is accessible now. That will conclude this episode. Thanks for joining me, and have a nice day. Bye.